How important are whistleblowers for the democratic process?
Whistleblowers are the basis of a well-functioning democracy. They unveil information regarding the public interest, which without them perhaps never become public. So we need them to protect the public interest, to unveil, to uncover the wrongdoings, the misbehavior of decision makers or companies which are harming the public interest, harming European citizens, consumers, or workers in the EU. For their protection, we need different things. First of all, we need better legislative environment, a better regulation for whistleblowers. Now in Europe there is a very uneven level of protection for whistleblowers in the different member states. I believe that the protection of whistleblowers is a primary European interest, and to solve this problem of the uneven regulation in the different member states, we need a comprehensive European directive for the protection of whistleblowers.
Is there a legal basis for that? This is something that's been disputed, that whether the EU should be intervening in this area or not. Do you think there is a role at an EU level?
Of course, clearly there is. For years that was the discussion, and that's why, regardless the several calls from the European Parliament, the Commission for years was not ready to come up with a proposal for the protection of whistleblowers. I believe that there is a clear European interest for that, and there is a clear possible legal basis for the protection of whistleblowers. We can base this regulation on the protection of workers' rights and working conditions, which is clearly in the EU law and in the treaties, or for the fulfilling of the internal market, or we can argue that there are implied competencies of the institutions that simply the better implementation and enforcement of the existing law needs whistleblower protection regulation on the EU level. Any of them can function as a good basis, legal basis for such a directive, but also we can use all of them as a multiple legal basis to create such a legislation, such a directive.
The European Parliament have always been quite vocal on this question and very supportive of people like Antoine Deltour. We see here the European economic and finance ministers also voicing support. Do you think this will provoke the European Commission into a proposal?
Well, I see that there is really a momentum right now. After years of calling by the European Parliament, other institutions, the NGO sector and the trade unions also became active in the issue. It's very important that the ECOFIN conclusions encourage the Commission to come up with a proposal. And in the Commission we experience some analysis, some activity, how they could create a directive. I hope that the continuous campaigning from the different social partners or trade unions, NGOs, political groups from the European Parliament or the European Parliament as such can be resulted in a real action from the Commission to come up to the Parliament with a proposal, a detailed proposal for a directive for whistleblower protection as soon as possible.
Finally, your group have set up a platform for whistleblowers. How will this work?
This platform is important because we believe that even still there is no better legal protection of whistleblowers. The European public interest needs the information provided by whistleblowers regarding the functioning of the EU. And that's the way how we can ensure that whistleblowers can publish important information in a safe way without risking of sanctions or some revenge, and that's why we set up this EU Leaks platform to create a completely safe channel for whistleblowing. It was launched a couple of weeks ago, and we hope that this in the near future it becomes a major channel for providing or to ensuring important information for the public regarding the functioning of the EU.